The APC constitution, the governor of the party is the leader of the party in this state.
Vice President receives Governor Oborowori into APC, says ruling party will continue to strengthen partnerships to further engender peace and development. Federal government wants organizations to match digital technology investment with human capital development for creating decent work environment. Nigerian immunization program key players seek enhanced coordination, address vaccine hesitancy, long-term improvement in health security. Hello and a very warm welcome to the news desk at 6 on NTA News 24. We are live in Abuja. I am Vivian Ezadivi. The federal government is implementing targeted interventions to stabilize the economy, expand opportunities, and improve the quality of life for all Nigerians. Vice President Kashim Shettima gave government commitments in the message through the 2025 retreat for newly inaugurated members of the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. Clement Barikwi has details.
In this hall are financial and economic experts as well as members of the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission coming together to brainstorm on the implementation of RAMFAC mandates, powers, legal issues and way forward. Vice President Kashim Shettima, who spoke through his technical advisor on public debt management and revenue mobilization, Ibrahim Natagwandu, urges members of RAMFAC to see the retreat as a platform to align with the policy direction of the Renewed Hope agenda, particularly in revenue optimization, economic diversification, and prudent public expenditure.
The administration remains steadfast in the efforts to reposition the Nigerian economy through bold reforms aimed at reducing poverty, attracting investment, and creating an enabling environment.
Chairman of the Commission, Dr. Mohammed Shehu, reminds members that the time has come for them to respond to the presidential mandate with innovation, agility, and evidence-based policy documentation. For Akwa Ibom State Governor Umoeno, some of the bold steps taken by President Bola Tinubu to rejig the nation's economy have helped state governments earn more revenues to better serve the people.
The Commission has reached the advanced stage in the process of coming out with a new revenue allocation formula, a remuneration package for political and public office holders.
This commission, in my opinion, is one of the most important and strategic bodies in defining and deepening the principles of our federal structure.
Speakers and other stakeholders at the event agree on the need to urgently optimize domestic resource mobilization efforts and to revisit the internal fiscal structures of the country. Clement Barikwi, NTA News.
Still with the Vice President, Kashim Shettima says the All Progressive Congress will continue to strengthen partnership with stakeholders and other political gladiators to further engender the peace and development of the country. The Vice President said this when he received Delta State Governor Sheriff Oborowori and other PDP stakeholders in Delta State into the APC. Susan Esu reports.
Handing over of the APC flag to Governor Sheriff Oborowori signals a shift in the political history of Delta State. Vice President Kashim Shettima says the APC as a party believes in the power of collaboration as the nation is stronger together as a people than being divided along party lines. He re-emphasized the need to put the growth and development of the country above political inclinations and interest.
According to the APC constitution, the governor of the party is the leader of the party in this state. In the APC, we believe that the compass of a political party that aspires to tell the fresh risks of tomorrow can never be passion from personal interests. In the APC, we believe that those who mistake their shadows for institutions are usually doomed to wander in cycles.
National Chairman of the party, Dr. Abdullahi Ganduje, and the Chairman of the Progressive Governors Forum, Senator Hope Uzodinma, say the APC means well for Nigeria and all Nigerians. They stated categorically that the political shift by Governor Sheriff Oborevwori will further move the state to greater heights.
Governor, what I would like to tell you, while accepting you into our party, I want to tell you that our core value in APC is progressive leadership. Here also, to assure the good people of Delta State that this decision is the wisest decision that will lift this state from where you are now to the next level. As the governor is doing a lot for us, he also needs to connect to the greater source of power and resource and goodwill in Abuja.
Governor Sheriff Oborevwori, in his acceptance speech, said his more agenda aligns with the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He hinted that he is not just defecting, but moving with PDP structures beginning from the ward level.
The advisors, the council chairman, they are all moving. Councillors, we have 500 councillors. They are all moving, they are all here. All the ward chairmen, they are all moving. All the local government party chairmen, they are all moving. All the council chairmen, they are all moving.
This move from the PDP to the APC increases the number of APC governors to 22 in Nigeria. In Asaba, Susan Esu, NTA News.
So Nigerian Senate President Godswill Akpabio is rallying for unity among Global South nations as lawmakers from Africa, the Arab world, Latin America and the Caribbean converge in Rabat, Morocco for the third South-South Parliamentary Dialogue. Akpabio emphasized an urgent need for collective action to address pressing economic, political and climate challenges, stressing action over rhetorics and unity over isolation, noting that they are crucial for developing nations to secure a seat at the global table.
It is a clarion call that resonates across the valleys and mountains of our diverse lands. For we, the nations of the South, are beset by storms, economic turbulence, political instability, the rising tide of climate change, food insecurity, that gnaws at the strength of our young and threats to peace that lurk ever at our borders. But I declare to you today, no nation, however mighty, in its resolve, can master these trials alone.
Chairman of the Forum, Mohamed Ould Rachid, who is also the Speaker of Morocco's House of Councillors, highlighted the bonds between nations and praised the Forum's vision of leveraging South-South dialogue to achieve peace, security, stability and common prosperity. The event served as a catalyst for tangible joint initiatives, harnessing interparliamentary dialogue to drive economic integration, stability and sustainable development. Like other democratic institutions, including the National Assembly and INEC, political parties have inherent challenges as obtainable in all democracies. This calls for regular constitutional and electoral act amendments to correct the lapses. Therefore, a technical workshop convened by Yaga Africa and the Coca Center in collaboration with the House of Representatives Committee on Political Party Matters to further bolster the nation's democracy. Timothy Yusuf reports.
I declare this workshop open.
The bill for an act to provide for the registration and regulation of political parties and other related matters, sponsored by the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, and Babajim Benson, passed second reading on Thursday, March 6, 2025. The bill is aimed at enhancing the governance, internal democracy and operational efficiency of political parties in Nigeria.
This bill is
very key because we are looking at regulating the political party, the funding, accountability, transparency.
An unregulated political party environment is open to abuse and could become an instrument for destabilization and destruction of social order.
We are not. Political parties have their own challenges, including failure to adhere to internal democracy, particularly in nominations of candidates and election of executive at all levels.
The ongoing constitutional and electoral review is believed by stakeholders as yet another golden opportunity to ratify flaws and strengthen the nation's democracy.
Our parties should be a platform for debates, a platform for discussions about the common good.
Strengthening political parties is not just a legislative exercise. It is an investment in the credibility of our democracy.
This year marks 102 years of the formation of political parties in Nigeria and 26 years of uninterrupted democracy, the longest constitutional governance in the country. A testament to citizens' resolve and determination to build a strong, united, progressive, equitable and just democratic society. Timothy Yusuf, NTA News.
To strengthen anti-corruption laws in Nigeria, a two-day capacity building workshop on anti-corruption laws for criminal justice stakeholders is underway in Abuja. Judiciary correspondent Austin Ayebe reports that the meeting is yet another platform for brainstorming on ways to curb corruption in Nigeria.
Workshop at the instance of the Nigerian Institute of Advanced Legal Studies, with support from the MacArthur Foundation, brought together stakeholders in the administration of criminal justice in Nigeria. Experts here will take an overview of key provisions in anti-corruption legislations in Nigeria with a premium on post-administration of the Criminal Justice Act 2015, ethics and integrity in the effective criminal justice system, and best practices, prosecuting corruption under the AJA 2015, and procedural requirements under anti-corruption laws in Nigeria. It also involves investigating corruption cases in Nigeria and the role of investigators, prosecutors, and courts in investigating corruption cases. The central idea is to see how the various institutions involved in anti-corruption cases can be strengthened.
A combination of all these factors constitute the problem in the administration of justice. But by and large, if a case is well investigated and you have a good prosecutor who knows his onions, you will always get good outcomes, notwithstanding whatever the courts can do.
And once a doubt is created in the fact that this person may not have committed this crime, the law lets him go. So you see, you go back to investigation. You must at that point ensure that your investigation is watertight.
Director General NIAS, Professor Abdulkadir Abikon, says for Nigeria to achieve the desired development, there must be a concerted effort to fight corruption headlong.
We have identified some anti-corruption laws, and we have identified the stakeholders in the implementation of those laws. So it is not just enough for the law to be there. What is the understanding of those who are implementing the law?
As stakeholders and key operators in the fight against corruption, it's expected that they acquaint themselves with the relevant criminal laws so that when they are in court, they can have an effective prosecution of criminal cases. In Abuja, Austin Ayebe, NTA News.
Federal government set to pay the outstanding 5-month 35,000 naira wage award arrears to federal government workers. The Office of the Accountant General of the Federation in a statement says the federal government had earlier paid 5-month wage award to federal government employees in installments, adding that the outstanding arrears will be paid in installment of 35,000 naira per month for 5 months. The OAGF said the first installment of the outstanding wage award arrears will be paid after the April 2025 salary. The office reiterated the federal government's resolve to fully implement all policies and agreements regarding staff remuneration and welfare to enhance productivity and efficiency. More reports after this timeout. Stay with us.
Furniture Easter sales is on. Enjoy unbeatable furniture deals with up to 50% off on our luxurious Turkish sofas starting from just 2.8 million naira. Get a smart bed for only 7 million naira plus 25% off our luxury collections. That's not all. Enjoy free delivery and installation in Abuja, Lagos, Enugu, and Kano. Visit any of our showrooms or shop online to take advantage of these incredible offers.
Welcome back, and now to Health Matters. The federal government is asking organizations in public, private, and the informal sector to match investment in digital technology with human capacity developments to create decent work environment. This is as the Federal Ministry of Labor and Employment, through the Nigerian Social Insurance Trust Fund, takes safety and health measures to workplaces across the country as it marks this year's World Day for Safety and Health at Work. Joseph Osen has more.
A safe worker is more productive. A healthy workplace builds a strong foundation for progression. And advancement in digital technology provides the tools and data to revolutionize decent work environment. This is the message passed out here to Nigerian workers by personnel of the Occupational Safety and Health Department of the Nigeria Social Insurance Trust Fund.
Carry it to the workplaces. So it's just for them to take proactive steps and stay safe at work.
Stakeholders have raised concern over adoption of digital technology to do most jobs these days without recourse to safety and health measures, saying this can lead to accidents at workplaces and expose workers to hazards.
To employers, embrace digital health and safety technologies. Let safety be a culture, not a compliance checklist. To employees, participate actively in training and use the tools provided to protect yourselves and your colleagues. To labor unions, continue to champion smarter, tech-enabled workplaces where no worker has to choose between their job and their life.
Just aim the base, you lift.
With the theme, revolutionizing health and safety, the role of AI and digitization at work for the 2025 World Day for Safety and Health, the International Labour Organization wants all stakeholders to invest in innovations that will create safer jobs and protect workers not just from accidents but also job losses. In Abuja, Joseph Oten, NTA News.
Health is well, therefore prioritizing domestic funding for vaccines in Nigeria resonated as activities marking 2025 World Immunization Week continue around the globe. Key players in the country's immunization program are also asking for enhanced coordination to address vaccine hesitancy and foster long-term improvements in health security. Oluseyi Adiabo reports from a rally held in Abuja with the theme, Vaccinated Community, a Healthy Community.
Vaccination is the best protection against this life-threatening illness.
As the longest journey begins with a single step, moves to get everyone to embrace vaccines, and vaccinations seem to be yielding the desired results. This work, an annual engagement of the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, NPHCDA, and its partners, is an addition to other sensitization and advocacy efforts geared towards raising awareness on the importance of immunization and vaccines to child survival, as well as in the prevention and control of infectious diseases among the populace.
And I have grandchildren. I always tell them to carry them, go to the clinic to receive vaccination. Immediately they deliver the children.
The importance of it cannot be overemphasized because we all need healthy children. We don't want our children to be suffering unnecessarily.
These vaccine promoters took time to engage road users on the significance of routine immunization for children.
The message is no child should die from vaccine preventable diseases, and the hashtag is togetherness.
enough is enough. Our children must be vaccinated so that they can be the best that they can be. It is humanly possible. I'm happy today because, as you can see here, all partners are here, all of us saying the same thing. It is humanly possible to eradicate diseases through vaccination and creating awareness. And I wish for a day where every disease will be vaccine preventable.
And this is to ensure that with vaccinated children and vaccinated communities, we reduce the burden of and prevalence of disease in our communities.
The World Immunization Week is celebrated in April annually. In Abuja, Olusheye Adiagbo, NTA News.
Still talking health, Kano State government has reaffirmed its commitment towards total eradication of polio by December this year. The state deputy governor, Aminu Abdulsalam, gave the assurance during the flag of April 2025 immunization campaign in Warawa local government area of the state. Abdullahi Mustafa has more.
Warawa is one of the 3 local government areas in Kano State where 10 cases of polio were reported in 2024. The flag-off of the 2025 immunization campaign in the area was part of strategies to contain the spread of the virus and restore Kano's polio-free status.
To make sure that all the children under 5 years have been reached and vaccinated.
Through intensified interventions, the number of recorded cases has now dropped to 3, with ongoing efforts aimed at achieving 0 cases by December.
We also express our gratitude to the federal government and our development partners for their continued collaboration in supporting health and development activities in our state.
The chairman, district head, and other key stakeholders in Warawa reaffirmed their commitment to meeting the December target. In Kano, Abdullahi Mustafa, NTA News.
Health indeed is key, as many lives of Nigerians were touched through a medical outreach and other empowerment initiatives, courtesy of the 39 regular intake of the Nigerian Army, who gathered in Okene, Kogi State to celebrate their 30th anniversary. The celebration was both grand and deeply rooted in cultural displays. Jonathan Omojale reports.
In Okene, Kogi State, a wave of excitement sweeps through the ancient town as cultural pride and history come alive. Veterans of the Nigerian Army's 39 regular intake, who enlisted on 20th March 1995, reunite to celebrate a remarkable bond that has endured for decades. Their association, known as the 39 Best Friends Empowerment Initiative, has become a beacon of hope, supporting communities and families of fallen comrades through various outreach programs.
We are glad that we serve the nation in this capacity to make sure that our nation is protected, to make sure that peace reigns in our nation.
Hosting the 30th anniversary is one of their own, the current Ohinoyi of Ebira land.
So many of our culture that they showcase here today, many people have used this opportunity to buy many things from this event. It's another improvement to our kingdom, because whenever they go back, they have something to go and tell others.
Hospitality to strangers, the way they welcome us, in fact, Ibira culture is one of the best culture in Nigeria.
The 39 regular intake marked the occasion by bringing relief to the kingdom through a free outreach. From mosque to church, they offered heartfelt thanks to God for a cherished past and prayed for a bright future. Visits to historical sites added a colorful touch to an already grand celebration. In Ukene, Jonathan Majali, NTA News.
And to a bit of sports now, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu congratulates Remo Stars Football Club for winning the 2024-2025 Nigerian Premier Football League title, a milestone achievement that spotlights Ekene and Ogun states. In a statement signed by Bayo Nanuga, Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, President Tinubu describes the historic victory 4 years after the team's promotion to the Elite League as a testament to the hard work, discipline, and unyielding spirit of the players, the coaching crew, and the management. The President admires the team's resilience and perseverance, noting their courage in pursuing success despite 3 previous near misses in the race for the league title. He hopes their example will inspire other Nigerian clubs to pursue their dreams continuously with tenacity and optimism. He also commends the vision and commitment of the club's owner and chairman, Mr. Kunle Soname. His investment in grassroots football exemplified by the construction of the state-of-the-art stadium in Ekene has provided a vital foundation for the growth of sports in Nigeria. As Nigerians champions, Remo Stars have become Nigerians representatives in the CAF Champions League. President Tinubu urges the team to deploy the same undaunted spirit and focus to win continental honors. He calls on football fans across Nigeria to rally behind the team as they carry the nation's hopes onto the African stage. And that concludes the news desk at 6 on NTA News 24. Thanks for watching. I'm Vivian Izadifi.